This week's Independence Day update to GTA Online features some really awesome bonuses to make money both for solo players and players who have friends to play with, but there's also some really amazing discounts to check out and take advantage of. In terms of sheer number of discounts, we're definitely a little limited this week. However, that still doesn't take away from the fact that some of these offers are just too good to pass up. With that in mind though, there's a couple purchases I would also warn you guys of, and so in today's video we will be going over exactly what to buy and what to avoid purchasing in GTA Online for the new 4th of July update this week. If you enjoy this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you want to stay up to date and in the loop with everything GTA Online, Red Dead Online, and Rockstar games, consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. So jumping in with what to buy first, we have 40% off facilities and renovations. It's certainly not a bad idea to buy one. The big reason to buy a facility is to be able to play the Doomsday Heist, and unfortunately the Doomsday Heist payouts aren't super great for the time it takes you to set up and complete. Sure, there are replay glitches, but there's also replay glitches for Cayo Perico too, and if you are going to glitch because you're trying to make more money faster, you might as well glitch on the heist that actually pays you more, right? All the upgrades on the facility aren't really worth it unless you're super wealthy. The only one I could recommend is the sleeping quarters, so that at least you could set the facility as a spawn point if you so choose. The facility also allows you to store your Avenger, the RCV, and the Chernobog, but since those vehicles are super expensive and they also aren't on discount this week, it really doesn't matter too much right now. Overall, if you want to play the Doomsday Heist and or you plan to purchase and store those vehicles when they are on discount next, then I just recommend not wasting your hard-earned GTA Online money on a facility right now, but if you are looking to do that, then you can purchase it. So that's more of like an in the middle. You could buy it, you also could not buy it, and it doesn't really make a massive difference, but these are the ones you definitely absolutely should buy. First, we have 30% off the MOC for $857,500. The MOC cab is the most armored vehicle in all of GTA Online. It can tank 67 Oppressor Mark II missiles before the MOC blows up. It's bulletproof from the rear of the vehicle, which could also be useful for getaways in a pinch if you get cornered by griefers or other fighters or something. Inside of the MOC, you also have the option to equip a command center to use and fire the turrets on top of the MOC trailer, and there's also a weapon and vehicle workshop upgrade, allowing you to upgrade and change normal weapons you own in GTA Online and turn them into super overpowered Mark II versions of the same weapon. That's something that's very underrated in this game. Sure, you can do the same things with the Avenger. For one, though, that aircraft isn't as armored, and the only advantages that aircraft has over the MOC is the aircraft part, while the MOC is a land-only vehicle, so keep that in mind as you're making this purchase. Next up, we have the Pegassi Ignis for $1,659,000. This car is in the top 10 for fastest supercars in the game, and it's very fast overall. It's grounded, all-wheel drive vehicle, so you will greatly enjoy its handling. The top speed of this vehicle is 124.6 miles an hour, and while the Buffalo STX slightly edged out the Ignis out of first place for fastest cars of the contract DLC, the Ignis is still definitely worth the buy here. The weaponized How Special Work Ignis is even better, of course, and really the only downsides to this vehicle are the lack of significant downforce like some other supercars in this class have, and so you'll find yourself not having maximum grip around sharp corners while you're driving extremely fast, and really it's just your tires and the spoiler doing all the work for you. But if you compare the Truffade Thrax to the Nero, the Ignis could be compared in the same way to the Tempesta, which we'll also be discussing shortly here. But moving on, 50% off the Pegassi Zentorno for $362,500. Just two words: amazing vehicle. At full price, it's already worth it, and now at half off, you should absolutely be loving this fire sale. It's a relatively old vehicle that was introduced in an update to GTA back in 2014, however, it's still worth owning one of these to this very day. This is also like 1.5 tuners contracts worth of a payout, so you might as well get to it and purchase a Zentorno. In a straight line race, the Zentorno will be defeated by any competing vehicle in the class. However, in a tight track race with emphasis on sharp corners, the all-wheel drive handling mode of the Zentorno can nimbly take corners at high speed, while uncontrollable but fast vehicles like the Adder, for example, are forced to slow down incredibly fast. And the customization for the Zentorno is also one of the best in the game. Players looking to grab the vehicle for their collection should do so in a heartbeat, even though it isn't necessarily the most competitively viable for races any longer. Finally, we have 30% off the Tempesta for $930,300. This used to be one of the fastest cars in the game, but now it's fallen out of the top 10 slot, and it's somewhere around 12th or 13th for fastest supercars in the game. I would get the Ignis and the Zentorno over the Tempesta unless you're a player who's not very confident with driving in this game. You know, maybe you're a player who makes a lot of mistakes around corners, or you just crash a lot. The one really good thing about the Tempesta though in GTA Online is how forgiving of a vehicle it is. When you buy it and you start to drive it, you'll quickly learn how this car handles and performs. There's no surprises here. It's extremely consistent, and while it may not be the fastest in the game, if you race with this vehicle, you'll find yourself getting very close lap times each lap with this supercar. I guess the best way to describe this vehicle would be to compare it to the Dinka Jester in the sports class. That is basically what the Tempesta is like to the supercar class. It's a well-rounded, extremely consistent supercar that's fast enough to make it worth the purchase. It's just been overshadowed by a considerable amount of other vehicles since its release in 2016, but also part of the novelty could be owning a supercar that used to be at the top of its class back then, right? So definitely check it out. Next up, we have the free Sovereign bike. You might as well claim it because it is free. It's a very cool bike with the American flag livery, and of course that's exactly what we want from a 4th of July and Independence Day event here in game. It usually costs $120,000, and it necessarily isn't really a popular choice among players, but like I said before, a free vehicle is always welcome. It handles very similar to the Bagger and performs just like the police bike. Also, its peak speed is actually outstanding. Its acceleration is far from satisfactory though. The performance improvements available at Los Santos Customs help the motorcycle a lot because they're largely focused on acceleration. Moreover, due to its weight, the motorbike is less agile and maneuverable than others, like lighter bikes in GTA Online, but overall it features wide turning radiuses, and as one would expect from a road cruiser motorcycle, you should definitely expect that here, but it's free, so you might as well claim it. The two vehicles I would say you definitely should avoid in this discount week for GTA Online would be the Liberator as well as the Tugboat. The Liberator, it's a monster truck with a respectively high speed that enables it to keep up with practically all ordinary automobiles in GTA. It handles surprisingly well considering how steady it is at high speeds and how easily it maintains control, but you might as well get the Marshal because all you're getting with the Liberator is you're spending almost $400,000. You're getting an American flag livery monster truck, so you might as well go with the Marshal because that's free, but if you really want the Liberator, sure, might as well get it. And then the Tugboat, obviously, it's a tugboat. The boat sucks. It's super slow because it's a tugboat, and I just don't really see how any player can find a real use for it besides in roleplay scenarios and for roleplay purposes. But with all that said, we'll be wrapping things up right here. That was everything you should buy and also everything you should avoid buying in GTA Online this week. Let me know in the comments if you think I missed the mark on anything. I always love discussing these games with you guys in the comments. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA Online, Red Dead Online, and Rockstar Games content, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. That being said, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA Online video. Adios, amigos.